Hello, everyone. Welcome back to reporting from USA Journalist Channel. His niece, Mary Trump, has spoken out strongly about the recent developments in the $250 million civil action being conducted by New York Attorney General Letitia James. James is the niece of former President Donald Trump. A controversy regarding the Trump Organization's concealment of $40 million in funds has been revealed in this case that encompasses Donald Trump and his partners in business. As part of her role as case monitor, retired U.S. District Court Judge Barbara Jones brought the incident to light. It came to light that the Trump Organization did not comply with the court's demand and record asset transfers above $5,000. It has been stated that $29 million was sent directly to Donald Trump to settle his tax debts, and another $5.5 million was associated with a civil sexual assault lawsuit involving E. Jean Carroll. On her Substack blog, Mary Trump voiced her opinions, comparing her uncle to a mob boss and demanding that he face full consequences for his conduct. She demanded that the prosecution treat the case seriously and slammed the media for downplaying the gravity of the accusations. The fact that Mary Trump has been vocal about her disapproval of her uncle's business dealings for quite some time is evident in her demand for action. The Trump Organization failed to disclose substantial financial transactions, which Judge Barbara Jones brought to light in her court report regarding these transfers. She confirmed that she had spoken with the defendants regarding these transactions and restated the need to declare any funds transferred from the Trump Trust that were more than $5 million. Allegedly, Donald Trump, his two adult sons, and the Trump Organization engaged in fraudulent acts by artificially inflating the worth of their assets in order to secure advantageous bank loans and tax deals. Judge Arthur Engoron's decision finding Trump and associates liable for fraud and leading to the suspension of the Trump Organization's corporate certification is one of the legal hurdles they must overcome, notwithstanding their denials of guilt. Judge Engoron's rejection of Trump's legal team's fourth dismissal motion highlights the continuing gravity and complexity of the judicial processes. The case's high-profile participants and the serious accusations of financial wrongdoing have kept it in the spotlight for some time. Although the charges against former President Trump in the civil fraud case are grave, the matter is still in the civil domain, so he and his co-defendants are not facing the possibility of incarceration. Mary Trump and other members of Trump's family, as well as the court system, are keeping tabs on this issue since it is part of the larger, more complicated legal environment involving Trump's financial problems. Both this civil fraud case and another one involving Trump's eligibility to vote in Rhode Island in 2024 were challenges to his legal standing. Nevertheless, Obama appointee U.S. District Court Chief Judge John J. McConnell, Jr. rejected this appeal. Republican presidential contender John Anthony Castro of 2024 and others challenged Trump's right to appear on the 2024 Rhode Island ballot. With this 14th Amendment lawsuit rejected by Judge McConnell, Trump will still be able to run for office in Rhode Island in 2024. The plaintiff's case hinged on the 14th Amendment, which deals with citizenship, equal protection, and due process. Nevertheless, the court determined that the petitioners failed to establish a strong enough evidence to impact Trump's eligibility to vote. In the first statement, Castro and his co-plaintiffs failed to specify the type of litigation they were suing or the details of their arguments. However, the challenges to a candidate's qualifications and the constitutionality of these challenges are crucial issues that this case brings to light. Notable is the fact that this challenge was dismissed in Rhode Island, a state with its own distinct legal climate. It is clear that these legal disputes are complicated and could have a national influence because federal judges are getting involved in ballot eligibility matters at the state level, potentially signaling possible legal obstacles that candidates may encounter, particularly from opposing viewpoints within their own party. This decision may have wider ramifications for the 2024 presidential contest. It further emphasizes the significance of the judiciary's duty in being neutral and autonomous in matters that are politically delicate. This story takes an intriguing turn with Chief Judge McConnell's judgment, which shows the judiciary's dedication to remaining unbiased, even when confronted with political scandals. McConnell was appointed by President Obama. Stephen Colbert's latest performance on The Late Night Show, in which he gave a vicious monologue directed at former President Trump, has undoubtedly caused a stir in the political and comedic spheres. Trump is just the latest political figure to come under Colbert's scathing criticism, which is characteristic of his satirical view on current events and sharp humor. During this episode, Colbert took aim at Trump's tweets, demeanor, and political moves with a barrage of comedic barbs and satirical implications. Many different people's perspectives have been brought to light by the wide array of responses to this humorous takedown. The public's reaction clearly reflects the divisive character of Colbert's talk. Supporters of Trump have called the segment rude and detrimental to serious political conversation, while viewers generally agree that he uses comedy to examine and hold public officials accountable. Even outside the realm of comedy, Colbert's Trump impression had an influence. It makes people think about how late-night hosts impact public opinion and the function of satire in politics. Such humorous criticisms, according to some experts and pundits, might help put public personalities in a human context and alleviate political tensions. On the other hand, some people are worried that satire could unintentionally influence public opinion by blending amusement and news. The situation highlights how complicated political satire can be, particularly when it involves prominent personalities such as Trump. It begs the questions of how comedians and hosts should influence public discourse, and how to strike a balance between being humorous and respectful in political commentary. To sum up, Colbert's monologue is more than simply a comedic moment. This exemplifies how late-night television is changing the way people talk about politics and how it can influence public opinion on important topics and personalities. An example of the influence of late-night hosts in political conversation is the section on Stephen Colbert's The Late Show, where he explored the charges against Donald Trump and his prospective second term as president. With his signature satire, Colbert voiced his worries about Trump's political goals and the consequences of his re-election. Despite his comedic bent, Colbert's criticism of Trump as a fascist had a somber undertone. To back up his assertion, he referenced several instances of what he saw as degrading language used by Trump during his campaign. A hallmark of Colbert's style, this method blends comedy with critical analysis, demonstrating how comedy can tackle weighty political topics while appealing to a wide audience. Some viewers thought the Colbert segment was funny, while others thought it was insulting. Comedy has the ability to stir up strong emotions and add to public discourse, particularly when it comes to political leaders, as this contrast shows. Comedy shows airing late at night, such as The Late Show, have a powerful impact on public opinion by providing a forum for discussion of current events and political figures. Whatever the medium, these shows add to the discourse surrounding politics and society, be it via humor or controversy. Overall, Stephen Colbert and other late-night shows have an influence that goes beyond just entertainment. Comedy plays a significant part in contemporary political debate, as their segments frequently prompt viewers to critically examine political people and issues. We, the viewers, must approach this content with care, keeping in mind the wide range of opinions it may elicit and the fruitful debates it may start. The current legal disputes involving Trump have taken a dramatic turn with Federal District Judge Tom Chuckin's rejection of emotional arguments from the legal team of the former president. The motion aimed to subpoena multiple parties in order to recover missing evidence from the investigation that took place on January 6th. The court overseeing special counsel, Jack Smith's prosecution of Trump, Judge Chuckin, denied the application according to conservative brief. The judge saw the request as less of an attempt to get particular evidence and more of a fishing expedition. Judge Chuck ruled against Trump because his record request was vague and did not explain what information he wanted. Trump also did not provide enough justification for the extra types of data he wanted, which led to the issuance of Rule 17c subpoenas. She criticized Trump's staff for providing nebulous explanations of the document's possible relevance and stressed the significance of a good faith effort to get identifiable evidence. The judge said in a footnote that written transcripts were enough and that the request for recordings was too early, responding to the government's claim that video recordings were categorically irrelevant. The judge did not go deeper into these points, though, because Trump had already failed to fulfill the basic subpoena request burden. The importance of being precise and clear in legal motions is emphasized by Judge Chuckin's decision to refuse Trump's motion for pretrial Rule 17c subpoenas. The need of being detailed and making good faith requests in legal matters, especially in high-profile situations, is highlighted by this decision. A setback for Trump's legal team, the motion's defeat highlights the difficulties of pursuing requests that are both broad and poorly specified in court procedures. Furthermore, it stresses the need of following the rules of law and the possible repercussions of not providing a clear and justified reason for subpoenas. While we wait, feel free to leave a comment with your opinions. A thumbs up would be great if you thought this video was informative. Thank you for listening to Reporting from USA. Up till our next episode.